Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to make a promotional video. Now, the specific audience for this video is an influencer. So if you're a coach, a speaker, mentor, and author, so you are the product or service, basically your information, your training, your speaking, your books, your courses. This video is for you on how you can make a promotional video. I've had a lot of experience in making promotional videos. It goes back to when I was just offering web design as a service. Now, no, I don't offer websites anymore, so please don't ask me to help you with your websites. I'm actually burned out on websites. But back then, in the beginning, I would make phone calls. I would call businesses and I'd say, hey, I've got a website design service. Can I tell you about it? And then I'd give them a sales pitch on the phone, okay? Very quickly, that got old. So what I did is I made a video and I recorded my sales presentation, YouTube video, just talking to the camera. Then I'd call them on the phone and I'd say, hey, I've got a brand new web design service. I've got a YouTube video that tells you all about it. Can I send you that YouTube video? So that was cool because it shortened my phone call and I got a yes really easy. Most people would say, yeah, send that to me, and I'd email them the link. The next day I'd call them back, hey, did you happen to watch that YouTube video? They'd either say yes or no, and if it was a no, I'd send them the link again. So that was my first dive into making promotional videos. It really worked. I actually got lots of sales. People would see my video and they'd call me and say, oh, you're the guy in the video. So cool, I'm talking to you. Fast forward, I've put on 13 different speaker video events in making promotional videos for coaches and speakers. And there's a few ingredients that make a great promo video for an influencer. Before I tell you what those three ingredients are, let me just kind of lay the foundation, what the goal is of a promotional video, okay? It's the same goal in sales. When you're having a sales conversation, you don't really want to spend all your time talking about the features, all the technical details of what you're offering. So if you're a speaker, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to get on the stage and I'll talk for 45 minutes. I'm going to cover 6 points. There'll be one point where I'll ask the audience a question, and that would be lame. But what I would talk about is, all right, so your audience is struggling with this, and I'm going to help them see that this and this are actually the same thing, which will help them break through and accomplish this new thing. So the end result of me coming to speak to you is your organization is going to be able to do this from now on. So I'm just making that up, but focusing on the outcome or focusing on that end result is what is going to connect with people emotionally, because that's what they want. Then they're like, wow, we think we want that. How do you do that? Then you can get into answering some of their questions about the details, the technical steps, or the technical features of how you get those results. But the results, the outcome, that's what you want to focus on first. So, okay, that's in sales. That same thing applies to a promotional video. When you make a promotional video, make sure the video focuses on that end result, that outcome, okay? How do you do that? I don't like pharmaceuticals. I don't like the medical industry because of all the prescriptive drugs that they push out. But they're the best example I can think of at the moment, because I know that you've seen tons of pharmaceutical commercials. This drug will do this drug will do that. Do they talk about the features of it? Do they talk about the color or size of the pill, how many that you swallow? Do they talk about how it was made or what it does inside of your body? No, they show you walking in the park. They show you smiling and vibrant. They show you playing with your dog and playing frisbee, and it's sunny and bright and you're able to enjoy life. You're able to go out in public. You're able to walk and not be in pain. They're showing the end result. And they say this drug helps you get that end result. If you want this end result, then buy this, right? So the question that I have for you, what's the outcome or the end result that your clients get? And how can you showcase that in video? So if you want to speak more, you want to make a video to promote yourself as a speaker, how can you show the transformation that your audience experiences? Well, one easy way is testimonials. Let me dive into the 3 ingredients that I talked about that can go into a good promo video for a coach, speaker, mentor, author. You can get testimonials. You can do interview footage of yourself. You can get footage of you speaking on the stage, and you can use that 2 ways. You can use that as B-roll or as actual audio clips. Here's the challenge. When you're speaking on stage, you're giving value to the audience. You're not promoting yourself. You're teaching them, you're giving them value, you're creating that experience. In a promo video is short. So how can you put that transformation in a video? You can show yourself interacting on stage and interacting, even if you turn off the audio. So you just see the person up on stage talking to the audience. You know, you don't hear it, you hear music instead. And then you go out to the hallway and man, Nate was so amazing on stage. It blew my mind. I was expecting this, and this is kind of the mindset I had. I thought I had to do it this way and it was going to be so hard. Now I've got complete clarity and I realize that I'm going to be okay. My business is going to survive. So you get testimonials based off of what experience, what transformation, what end result people got from hearing you on stage. Obviously, it's going to be really easy for a course or a program or something. You get somebody who's gone through that course or that program and you talk about that transformation, or you have them, ask them questions. Where were you before and where are you now? What's different now that you've taken this course? Okay, the other ingredient I mentioned is the interview. So when I'm speaking on stage, I'm not talking about me or my services or my benefits or the outcomes I get. I'm actually in delivery mode. I'm teaching, I'm giving value, I'm training, and I'm taking people through that. But when I'm in an interview, I can be asked questions and I might turn my head to the side and talk to a person, and the question might be, let's say the interviewer asks me, where do you find the most value in working with your clients? And I might respond, I get the most fulfillment in helping my clients get results. So we make a lot of YouTube videos, but I'm not so excited about just making videos and then sending them on their way. Where I get the most fulfillment is creating a strategy from start to finish and seeing them get results. When they get traffic, when they make money from all this traffic on YouTube, I just get lit up. So that way I'm talking about the benefits. I'm talking about the end result that I get my clients because it's in an interview format. Does that make sense? Now, maybe you don't speak on stage, but if you can get footage of yourself speaking on stage, it gives you a great position of authority. You are seen as an expert. So I do recommend that. Maybe it's training around a conference table, or maybe it's you sitting at a desk with one of your clients. Get some footage that shows you in that capacity so that you're seen as an expert. So I covered several things in this episode. I recommend going back and watching it again and really getting these examples down. But remember, the main point to focus on is that your video needs to convey that end goal, that result, that end outcome that people will get through your products or services. Mix in some great music that's not with vocals, but it's got some good background things that really match your tone of voice or match the message of the video, because music can really help that message sink in. So people will see the result, they'll feel the music, they'll feel it all together, and they're likely to be interested in purchasing from you. So that's what I've done to create promo videos, and it's worked for hundreds and hundreds of people. I'm curious though what your thoughts are. Was that what you expected? Is it different? Did you learn something new? Please share comments below. And do you think that I missed something? Share those in the comments below as well. Be sure to subscribe. And I've got a couple free giveaways. They don't relate specifically to promo videos, but I've got an outsourcing guide and I've got a keyword research guide that you can have for free. Just access those at the link below. I'll see you tomorrow.